Good day to you. This is going to be a test stream to see what's happening. What's going on, y'all? There, we don't need to be on this window. We'll just go to this one. We'll just go to this one. We'll see how it works. See if the stream craps out. We got a new CPU for the stream PC. So, how's everybody doing? Give everybody a couple minutes to get in, say hello, do all the welcomes, all that good stuff. Maya, what's going on? Uma, what's happening? Good day, good day, good day. Clown Hammer, what's shaking? What's up, Projects? How you doing, brother? So, yeah, we're doing a test stream today of this new processor. The original one is, it was a Xeon E16 something or another. And it was 4-core, 2.2 gigahertz with like 16 megs of cache. This one is a E27 something or another. It's 2.9 gigahertz, 6 cores with 128 megabytes of cache. So much bigger processor. So yeah, it looks way better. Thank you. Yeah, it's not lagging. We'll see how well it does. We'll see how well it does, because if this doesn't work, then I'm in trouble. Man, what's up, Doc K Bald? What's going on, brother? How are you? Debbie Webb, you won't be around. Oh, I am so sorry. My condolences, Debbie. Where did I get the LED on the ceiling? Amazon. As a matter of fact, I'll throw it up in the in my Discord, in the general channel after stream, if you remind me. Because they were dirt cheap, but which is something funny. You guys know I got this little Black & Decker heating and air conditioning unit, the little HVAC unit. We bought it for $259 a month back when we got it. I looked for another one for my son's room because he lives in it. He hasn't. He's in my old office, which is an addition, and he needs a little bit extra cooling and heating sometimes. Well, turns out they're $900 now, $883. These are awesome. These are awesome. Speaking of which, of awesome, this arrived yesterday. What do we have? What do we have? Let's turn these over here. Let's see. Oh, look at that. EBB 42 and EBB 36. Yeah. The brand new hot off the press versions. Yeah, these hexes were $125. So dirt cheap in the realm of, lighting pricing. So I'll definitely throw that link in the Discord for you guys. But yeah, EBB 32 CAN V121. The new versions. These are awesome. They're $125. Where did I order these from? Directly from LDO. I got it on launch day. $17 each. And there's 2 more in the house. Because I ordered 2 and then I was sent 2. So, yeah. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun indeed. By the way, everybody, Projects, you recognize this little guy. Anybody, by the way, wants to see the difference between a standard Voron and the sus burner? This is the difference. Let me see if I can get these side by side. Look at this. This damn thing's tiny. So this is what we're actually going to be putting on the dew ender. And yeah, We have an HGX extruder assembly around here somewhere for the gears. That's the one thing I don't like. So we've got, an HGX right here. Come on. See, right here. You have to take this thing apart and put it in their homemade housing. What's the purpose of buying all of this if you have to take it apart? I don't know. I just don't know. It don't make no sense. But so I have not been doing a lot lately other than waiting for stuff to show up because I didn't have any content otherwise. And this machine, I had to wait for the CPU because it just didn't work, right? Speaking of sus, whoever told me, oh, Sadar Gajo, thank you for the follow. Saturo Gojo, hey, what's going on, my friend? But this is not a dragon. It does not fit in here. This has got square ends and not round. So I'm going to have to take this part, because this is the hot end I'm going to be using, and I'm going to have to put it in to Fusion and fix it to where it's square and not round. Otherwise, it doesn't fit. It's got the same bolt pattern, though. Thankfully, it's not a huge waste of plastic. I'm doing pretty well, my friend. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well. I know you can just buy the gear set. I know. I'm just messing around. Sus. What's up, Fondant? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. It's been a while. But I haven't been working on anything because, one, I've been feeling like absolute garbage. And two, I've been waiting for things to show up. Now that things have shown up, we can start actually working on stuff again. Now, here's the funny part. I ordered these. I didn't order any cables. I got cables forever. So I'm going to have to be tearing apart cables to make cables. I wanted to use some of the good quality mesh wrap cable, but that stuff is expensive. Your new division's got you running crazy hours. You still driving? I thought you were still driving. But yeah, we have everything. We got the little, we got fans. We got everything we need for the sus burner other than putting cables together. So that is going to be my main focus. Oh, that's an HDMI adapter. Well, I mean, you can't be running too many crazy hours driving because the government says so. But the sus burner has so many different options to it. Ooh, I got to clean that up a little bit. I was actually pretty surprised at, the expandability that it already has for being such a new project. So we're going to be putting that together probably in tomorrow's stream, because I'm going to be, I got to check with the wife and find out what the calendar is. She's got to go out of town sometime this week, and I can't stream that day because I have to pick up kid, I think. I don't know. I can stream, but maybe not for as long as I want. And by the way, I have all sorts of little duckies. Projects knows what I'm talking about. You've been off of nicotine for 15 months. I know, man. I know. I'm trying. I really am. Maybe I'm just weak. I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to be putting that together. I'm going to be on the Ender 6. We're actually going to be sticking with the Micro Swiss NG hot end assembly until we get all of the good stuff. I'm going to be reaching out here shortly for motors for some other cool stuff. We already have, main board, but I'm going to be reaching out to get another main board for the, because I took the one off of the do ender for this. So we're going to be upgrading steppers on this. So there's going to be all sorts of good fun. New power supply. We're going 48 volt on this baby. And we're going with a much bigger bed. So we're going to extend this out as far as it can go, which is 320 by 320. 8 weeks for you, no Copenhagen. Man, I chewed when I was on the farm when I was a teenager. And as soon as I entered professional life, that was frowned upon. So I took up smoking. Well, I did both, but yeah. You could chew through a railroad tie. It's all in my head. I know it is. I know. The problem is there's just so much going on that my brain thinks that I need the distraction of it, right? And this is 3%. And I swap between 3% and zeros on this. So soon, very soon. Frosty Tools is getting mouthy. You was a mechanic for 10 years before you got paroled, and then they had pouches. Exactly. Actually, I know a guy that works on Wall Street that chews, and he uses pouches, and he actually recently switched to the nicotine-free pouches, just the flavor stuff, and he's enjoying it. So, well, being a mechanic is definitely a sentence, that's for sure, especially this day and age. But so on the Ender 6, we have the display. It's made, the display casing. I just got to print the top for it. I've been thinking about redoing it because it says Klipper screen on the bottom, and I'm thinking about redoing it. So putting Captain Kearn on the bottom. Just because I'm vain that way, I guess. I don't need distractions. I need patience dealing with these. So we have the EBB 36 and the EBB 42 boards. And the question I have for everybody is, what the heck should I do with this thing? This SBB 2209 board. SB 2209. SB 0000 CAN. Oh, this is the CAN bus side of it. And then this is the 2209 board itself. SB 2209 CAN bus. Yeah. Is this better? I don't know. This board here is actually what was on this Voron tool head that was broken when I got it. So came from Dan the man, Mr. Makermind Nexus. It was cool that he sent it though, because it gave me valuable parts. One of the things we're going to be doing, guys, is I'm working on building a time-lapse setup that will be running on a specific printer every time there's a print going, which will be basically 24 hours a day because I'm going to be putting an automation setup on it. I have an idea for a print that will sell. And it's a functional print, not a gimmick or a gizmo or anything like that. So I'm not telling y'all what it is. But you'll see when it gets printed. And then I'm going to set one printer up just for printing off, fun things. And, oh, the dogs are out. And then at the advice of somebody else, I'm actually going to be taking one printer, just one, back in the house into the game studio as an added attraction because they thought it would be something fun. I'm like, that actually makes kind of sense. I mean, what do you guys think? You know, when I'm not doing, you know, maker stuff out here, have one printer in there, you know, printing things where I can swap between the cameras and all that good stuff. What do you guys think about that? Why does that say Dune Farming Day? It is not Dune Farming Day. CPU Test Day. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to do this because the space bar doesn't work on this keyboard. Makes sense? I thought it made sense. There we go. And then we're going to be doing, dogs are barking. We're going to be doing some content with the CNC, especially for Christmas coming up. I'm learning it. I've done some test cuts. It's not like 3D printing. And I'm actually considering reaching out to Jerry to see if he can help me, because for some reason, I just can't wrap my brain around some of this crap with the CNC. So I'm used to additive manufacturing, not removal. So creating tool paths and stuff like that is sometimes a pain. And even with all the different softwares I've tried, OpenBuild, OpenBuild Cam and OpenBuild Control, or Easel, or a number of others, it's just driving me insane. And I don't know why I can't, you know, I'm always one, you know, one of those guys. I've always been one of those guys that catches on to everything very quickly. This is not very quickly. It's driving me bonkers. But one of the projects I've got coming up pretty soon is we're taking a roll of TPU and printing me new shoes. So my wife bought these. And if you guys haven't heard the story, I wear Crocs for a reason, due to foot pain. And I can't afford to go to the doctor and get, you know, podiatrist made shoes. So Crocs help because they're nice and spongy. And she bought these for me, what, 2 months ago, and they're already worn out. So I have a roll of black TPU, and we're going to be printing some shoes and see what happens. There's a Nike knockoff that I was actually looking at, and I was like, you know what, that'd be pretty cool. Nice spongy with, you know, support system in it. Yeah. Be able to, you know, mold to my foot a little bit and see what happens. And if that works out, maybe I'll sell those too. Send people a plaster mold kit, and they send it back, and then I make a shoe out of it. I'd have to get a 3D scanner to do that, though. Yeah, anything's possible. Not a bad idea. I know it's not. But by the way, anybody catch Mandic's recent videos? That workshop's looking pretty nice. Anybody know how to get sponsors like that? I would really like to have that resin printer he just demoed yesterday. That was awesome. Speaking of resin, the resin printer is sitting over there. It is my son's now, and he's going to be printing miniatures off, and we're going to be putting those on the channel and showing those off. Painted and not painted, before and afters as well. So we'll be doing short and full length content with that and all that good stuff. So that'll be fun. You hate feet way too much. I hate my own feet. My own feet are ugly as sin. I told my wife, you know, she goes, you got to just do an OnlyFans for your feet. And I'm like, they would pay not to look at my feet. All right? They're ugly. Oh, man. You got to go, Bald. All right, my brother. Thank you for being here. Catch you on the flip side. You're awesome, my guy. In case you guys don't know, Bald Viking is my buddy that I play PUBG with when I was able to play PUBG, and I'm hoping to again soon. Um, I'm going to be going to the doctor here in the next few weeks, and they're going to be looking at my hands and my wrists to find out what's wrong with them. Because they said it wasn't carpal tunnel the last time I had them checked. So what is it? I know I've got arthritis, but arthritis doesn't generally target your wrists, and my wrists hurt like hell. I mean, yeah, I mean, Project, that would definitely, you know, get views on OnlyFans. Oh, you got some Tech Air. That's sick. That's pre-foamed, isn't it? Where am I going? I will let you know. I don't know the specialist that my doctor's going to send me to because I'm changing. I'm in the process of changing doctors. The 1 hour ride up to the nearest town where my doctor is getting too much for me. My back just doesn't deal with it very well. I mean, I haven't been to the doctor all year because of it. So I'm coming back to go to back to the local hospital, and I hope it's not a regret. Foams at higher temps. Okay. By the way, Clownhammer, what do you think of this summer weather? It's 82 degrees here. It's November. It's too dang hot. Yeah, I can't even make some of my normal specialist appointments over in Greeley right now because it's just kicking my butt. Yes, it needs to snow. We did not get our Colorado Halloween snow, and I'm pissed. It's 72 there. Yeah, it is 80 degrees here. I've got the air conditioning going in here. I had it all day because it was 93 in this building. Yeah, Halloween snow absent. You know, we everybody in Colorado looks forward to the snowman on Halloween, not as a costume, but as a character. And he needs to pee all over the state. You're, so get this, guys. I was hoping. I was really hoping. You guys saw some of you saw the pictures from Halloween. I kind of decorated the front, not too much. I gotta say that the LED lights around my front door look sick. But I printed miniature Labubus just because I know kids love the damn things. I printed just over 16 of them or 18, something like that. We don't get a lot of trick or treaters. We got four, and my wife and my son only gave out two of those two batches. Two. So now I'm stuck with a bunch of little baby Labubus. I don't really like it. I was thinking about seeing what would happen to if I made a short dumping the what's left of those, the 16 that are left into a blender. What do you guys think? Would that get views? I think it would get views. You gave out 175 Hot Wheels? Damn, son. I printed them for myself. Absolutely. No, I did print off a Halloween. The Halloween cat was done for my wife, and the scary pumpkin was mine. I don't understand the whole Labubu thing. They're ugly. They're stupid. 390 full-size candy bars. Jeez. Those things are like $1 a piece anymore when you buy them in bulk. That's some expensive candy. Mm. Friend of mine's dad, when I was in school in middle school, in Boy Scouts, he would buy all the candy like in July from the Boy Scouts. When we had our chocolate bar sale, and he'd buy bulk with bulk pricing. Like 20 cents a bar or something like that, and then he would give those out for Halloween. I'm like, that's genius. Yes, I built the workshop so I could have the old one as storage for all my Labubu. No, that one's gonna. I haven't even started getting that one on the cleanup side of things. That one's not even started on that yet because I've been still working out here almost every day. Even if I don't feel good, I'm out here, moving stuff around, sorting, and all that good stuff. And it's been driving me absolutely bonkers. By the way, here's a problem I found, and I have to find a way to get around it. Sus burner. How in the world am I going to mount this thing on the sus burner? Somebody want to tell me this? I'm going to have to manufacture a mount because there are no mounts. One of your buddy in Aurora gives out frozen burritos. That is sick. I love that. I would be trick-or-treating all night long for frozen burritos. I love frozen burritos. Anybody remember the original 7-Eleven Big Bombs from like the 90s? Those were good. But I'm going to be gearing up here shortly to start on at least a couple of the printers, start printing Christmas stuff. That's why I'm kind of antsy to get all these printers put together because I need all hands on deck. Yeah, the new Big Bomb burritos just don't taste the same. They just don't. They're not lava. You got some cool Hot Wheels from a garage sale, numbskull. Nice. I actually haven't had a Hot Wheels collection since I was a teenager. I was about 14 years old when I had to give it up. I decided to buy a car with the money from the Hot Wheels. Well, fix a car. My step grandfather gave me a 73 Mazda RX-3 station wagon, which I really want back. I went and priced one of those on the internet the other day, a couple of weeks back, and they're about $15,000 now. It's amazing what the price of things are after you get rid of them. It's like my 77 Ford F100, currently worth about 20 grand. I sold it for 500 bucks. Yeah. Yeah, vehicle prices are absolutely nuts. I keep an eye on the Jackson Barrett auction. Some of the vehicles that go through there are just garbage, and they get stupid kind of money for them. So, but this is just a test stream, guys. I don't have anything to put together today. I just wanted to make sure this would work because it didn't work the other day. You guys, were on here. It broke. But I am so happy that it's working perfectly. That just a processor swap just made all the difference. That's nice, NES guy. That's awesome. Yeah, so far so smooth. Yes, perfectly. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, I haven't been doing too well with my back and my legs. So, um, got more camera stuff to put together. Um, need to finish putting that back together and getting this room cleaned up. The Ender 3s, the Ender 3 Max Neos, I've made the decision not to tear those down just yet since they are, in fact, working printers. I just got to add Raspberry Pis back to them. I took both of the Pis away because I need all printers on deck, slow or not. There's a lot to get done in a very short amount of time. And I have been given an idea that is virtually impossible to lose money on. Yeah, some of those Hot Wheels, man, I used to, trade and stuff like that back in my teenage years. And even back then, some of those things were worth a ton of money. But no, what was really creepy on Halloween, by the way, is there was a guy that showed up dressed in like a rabbit outfit carrying a baby. He wasn't trick or treating for the baby's sake. The baby was like maybe 10 months old. But a full grown 30-year-old dude. What's up, Havoc? We're just chit chatting here because it's just a test stream. I'm just wanting to make sure that the new processor in the Stream machine is going to hold up to the stress of StreamLabs. By the way, guys, StreamLabs has this new feature that allows you to switch between machines or between mobile and a machine and vice versa. I'm going to be trying that out here soon. Like I want to start a stream in the house and move it out here. I mean, I won't turn free candy out either, but I won't go actively, trick or treating for it in a really lame costume. Any cool print projects lately? Do a show and tell. Not much at the moment, other than the Halloween stuff that I've already showed off and is not in the building. It's actually in the house. Did do these little coasters. Those are going to stay in the shop here. I'm working on a new maker coin, maker chip. Let's see what else we got going on. Like I said, there's some Christmas stuff that I'm going to be working on and some functional prints. That is a pretty much guaranteed sale type thing. So you've been on the shorter side at 5'8". Yeah, I'm 6'2" and 300 pounds basically. So yeah, that wouldn't work for me. No, he wasn't just on a walk. He stopped. He drove up onto the opposite side of the street, got the kid out, and walked to my door because I had to go through my front door camera footage to figure out what the hell was going on. And I'm like, wait, that's a full-grown adult. Remind you of the Halloween pumpkin? Yes, absolutely. That's kind of what those are made after. Then we had two teenage girls. They're the ones that got the Labubus, and a teenage boy that he grabbed one piece of candy and then ran like hell. I didn't quite understand that, but I think he might have been afraid because I think he was probably one of the kids that was screwing around with my dogs through the fence, and yeah, some of my neighbors aren't so kind. 5'6" on a good day. Oh, a BD sensor mount for you? I mean, I can throw it in Fusion and whip something up, but I haven't found anything for the sus burner. I mean, I know very well where to find one for the stealth burner, but not the sus burner so far. And I think I can take the one from the stealth burner and downsize it. I have to tweak some of the dimensions on it, but obviously, but I'm pretty sure I can do that. But we are going to be doing a few upgrades of things that I do have already on the Ender 3s, the Max Neos, just to make them a little bit more accurate, a little bit more speedy. Because they're going to be working like really, really hard. The Anycubic Cobra S1 is my only multicolor at the moment, other than the Dew Ender that has the 3MS on it. Those two, once the Dew Ender's up and running, we'll be doing the multicolor prints only. And the Flash Forge, which is my workhorse, I wish I had more Flash Forge printers, honestly. That thing never screws up, ever. It just freaking works. That one is going to be doing a lot of the functional parts, but I do need to figure out a way to dry 3 and 5 kilogram rolls of filament. I might have to build a dryer for that. You're using the Sprite burner on yours? I'm thought about doing that, and I may take the on one of the Ender 3s. I may take this NG hot end off and put it on one of those. I'm still waiting on the paperwork from Micro Swiss about a partnership sponsored type situation. So that got sent off like a week ago, and they said it could take about 2 weeks to actually go through. So we'll find out what happens with that. There are 2 filament companies that I've reached out to recently, and one told me if I just sent in an email that it would be a guarantee that I would get it, that they would be willing to work with me. They haven't contacted me back, and it's been a month. And I don't want to tell anybody who it is because I don't want I don't want to create strife in the community, but something on that kind of shit's got to change. And I know what it is. I need to make more content. That's on me. I know it. Leonard PR, what's happening? Belmont, what's going on? Miss Shenanigram, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Wish I could catch your streams more often. But you're streaming so late anymore that I can't. My body just falls apart right about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock my time, and I'm asleep, laying down in bed or asleep, one of the two. But no, I don't want to create any strife in the community because we're all tight. Everybody talks, and I know the individuals involved, and I don't know the circumstances of why it's not being replied to. There's got to be something going on, and I don't know what it is. And frankly, I'm not too worried about it. We'll figure it out as time goes on. And I'm not salty about it or anything. I just wish I had an answer. It's just one of those things. But we have like a ton of parts sitting on the desk here, ready to get put together. And that's one of the things I'm going to be working towards here pretty darn soon, is we're going to start getting all this mess of crap put together so that it can be usable for printers, like putting the sus printer together. By the way, projects, what orientation did you do your cover in? Because I did it with the color going down, with the face going down like that. And I'm not real happy with the layer line, because there's gaps in it. Maybe I should have put gap fill on. You're just not enjoying yourselves. I understand. I understand. I mean, I have lurked. You know, I'll turn the stream on the phone and lurk while I'm laying down, but usually my body's in so much pain, I'm not an active participant. Oh, the BD sensor. Let's see. What did we? Uh, I don't remember what Brad had sent to me. It's the one from Armor 3D Printing. I know that. Brad's the one that bought this and sponsored it to me. So, and I want to use it on the sus burner. So, you use green stuff to fill cracks? Oh, it's the regular one? Okay, yeah. Well, that's cool, Shenny. Yeah, I saw Brian the other day. He came into the stream, and that was awesome. I hadn't seen him in forever. It was good to see him. Yeah, this one's sensor cable. What did I do with it? It's like, no, that's like 3.5, 4 inches. I can actually tell you how long it is. We got a ruler right here in metric. We can do it in Canadian measurements. '80 millimeters. It's got an 80 millimeter long, otherwise known as just over 3 inches. You got the same one going on the Ender 3NG? Yeah. I'm looking forward to testing it out, you know. Oh yeah, I still haven't put a peg up for these. Yeah, the BD sensor is what we're talking about. Yeah, you have the same one going on the NG. That's cool. I can't wait till your NG build series. I've been kind of waiting to do anything with the other Ender 3 that I have to see how easy it is for you to put together. Because we know, guys like Armored are like, gods when it comes to putting NGs together because they've done so many of them. No, I'll try it out. NES guy, I'll try it out. I may just do, what I may do is I may just sand this down and put body filler on it and then just paint it neon green so that it's nice and smooth. I mean, it is printed in ABS, so I may give it the acetone treatment just so I can get rid of layer lines and make it look pretty. Yeah, yours isn't all in one stream. That's like ambitious as hell. Has anybody sponsored a case of Monster for you? Or are you afraid of going to the hospital because of that one? Ow. Get done drinking crap and drink water to flush it all out. Yeah, that's the other thing I don't have is I don't have any 3010 fans. I have to blower fans anyway. We'll have to get one of those, which is not a big deal. They're cheap. No, but it would be awesome. Ah. Well, you know what you should do, my guy, is put it up on an Amazon wish list. That's what you should do. Dang, the tolerances are tight on that. But look, it's a little fan. What is an Amazon wish list? You go to Amazon and create a wish list, and then you can share it publicly. And then people can buy stuff off of your wish list for you. Type in exclamation point gift, and you can see the one for the shop. I have numerous ones, but the one that's public right now is the one for the new workshop. But well, I'm glad this thing is working. I am so glad about that. I do the same, Havoc. The actual wish, the gift list, the gift registry, all it has on it is filament. I've literally put like every type of filament known to man on there. Can you have that blue freeze pop in your 3D printer? There's no freeze pop. That's a linear rail. And what size is? I don't even remember why I bought this. You guys ever done that before? This is 250 millimeter linear rail, and I don't remember what I bought it for. Because it's not for the dew ender, and it's not for this thing, because this thing's got already got it, and I don't know what I bought this for. I might have bought it for a stealth press. Tight. Try backing a 73-foot truck and trailer into a spot made for a box truck. Yeah, you know, a lot of my friends do that for a living, so I understand that pain. But if you guys want to hear something, you guys want to do something that's really difficult, try backing your garden trailer hooked up to your riding mower into its proper spot. That's a bitch. Short trailers are the absolute worst thing in the world ever invented. I've actually considered putting a 16-foot extension onto that trailer so I could back it up properly. You have the filament for a conversion to a Voron 2.4. Nice. Very nice, Havoc. Oh, by the way, if you guys didn't know, on Jeremy and Keela's stream, their Halloween stream, I won the Voron 4-wheel drive kit. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't have a Voron. So now I'm going to be pestering people to sponsor me a Voron so I can build a Voron right off the bat with a 4-wheel drive kit. 48 volt. If I'm going to build a Voron, I'm going to build it all out straight from the beginning, and I'm going to try to get everything either sponsored or given to me because I'm absolutely flat broke now. This workshop costs way more than you guys. I've told you guys. I mean, it's bad. It's really bad, and it drained the bank, and it's not even done. I still have to find about another $400 for the spray foam for the ceiling, or the half-inch foam panels. I'd put up one of the two. It still needs spray foam to adhere it though. But yeah, so yeah, we're doing all sorts of fun things. Um, I've got a lot of things in mind, and I'm kind of excited. One of the Ender 3 Max Neos, all it did for almost a month straight was print not ABS, but PETG, um, hydroponic 5 gallon bucket uh, sections. And that's a hint. You just finished your boron? Nice, Clown Hammer. Waiting on the cereal? That is awesome. That is sick, bro. So Projects actually was putting together something in Octo Anywhere earlier today. And I was thinking of, the spool management system is cool, but yo, JPP, what's going on, dude? How are you? You did a 2.4. Nice, very nice. I was got to thinking about it. What about Tech Jeepers project? Why can't that be integrated into Octo Everywhere, especially for pre-sliced files for repeat printing? Clown Hammer, I have a fix for that on that. Monster Energy wants resumes and crap. NES guy, hey dude, hey, what's going on? Exactly, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Definitely not. What's happening? I was thinking about Tech Jeepers, database project for STL files. I'm like, I got a better use for that. So I need to actually start talking to Tech Jeeper about integration into Klipper. Wait, what? Maker Viking, what's going on, my guy? How are you? Hold on, 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 hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. There you go, projects. Now you can post whatever links you want. You need to make a serial video for the Switch wire. Yep, 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 yep. I don't know. But now you're a mod, so you can do whatever the hell you want. I gave you power. Now abuse it. I haven't seen any links, so I'm not sure what's going on. Best thing to do is, just put it in Discord. Yo, yo. What's up, Tammy? So my neighbors behind me, they burn wood in a wood stove like all year round because they don't have an actual furnace. I got no problem with that. I got a problem with the wood they're burning. They're burning 2x4s because they get free leftovers from the truss factory in the town next to us. Mess ups and leftovers, scraps, and all that crap. It smells like burning house all winter long, and it's driving me bonkers because Quick story for you guys. Back when my wife and I first got married and we moved to Grand Junction, about a year into it or so, uh, we moved into a trailer park. And in the winter that year, my neighbor's house burnt to the ground, and I ended up having to go in and pulling them both out. So I am deathly afraid of house fires now. I mean, anytime I can smell what, 2x4 smells like burning. It's a different smell than, say, an elm or whatever. It's actually pretty frustrating. And it's like, I've asked, them repeatedly, raise your chimney up 10 feet, please. But no, their chimney's like 3 feet off of their roof line. And it's like, God, it smells so horrible all the time, especially in the winter. Well, let's hope it stays where it's supposed to be, Tammy. But yeah, I am deathly afraid of fires because of that. One gentleman didn't survive. He was dead before paramedics showed up, and then the other one spent like 6 weeks in the hospital for smoke inhalation and third-degree burns. But it was sad, but it was their own damn fault, honestly, because they were burning candles for heat. Both of them worked for the local news station, KKCO 11 NBC. And the next morning, I was good friends with the people over there. And the next morning, we had reporters on our porch, from there going, you want to give an interview? No, I do not. It was a horrifying experience, and I don't ever want to talk about it again. And I didn't for almost 20 years. All right, Shenny, got to run. Make breakfast and prepare for tomorrow. Breakfast? It's 3 in the afternoon, girl. Bye. Have a good one. I'm gonna have to actually get the actual tweezers out to get some of this stuff out. Jeez. 11 p.m. there. Yeah, it's late where you're at. Oh, I gotta go find some tweezers. Oh, there's some. Oh, might as well do something while I'm talking, right? Oh, oh, damn it. Oh, dang. Booger. Booger sugar. Just turned 5. You just turned 5. Well, you're going to have to be a little bit more adult. Get closer to 50. That's where I'm at. Oh, technically, you just had breakfast yourself. I've eaten once today, and that was breakfast at 5 in the morning, and it's now 3 in the afternoon. Of course, as I've told my wife, I can do without a few meals. So, oofta. Some of these supports are being real nasty. Real nasty. Ow. 46 in a few months. I turned 49 in February. So, yep, know where that goes. I know where that's going. By the way, once you hit 46, it's all downhill from there. Just saying. Oh yeah. Here's the old Xeon processor. Still works. Wait until you hit 50. Oh dear. Wait, 20 kid. Did you change your name? Why is wife? Did you change your YouTube name? What the hell? I'm disturbed. I don't know why it's like that. It just is. So, hmm. I'm gonna have to go look at the instructions on how this thing goes together. It's one thing I haven't done. I know this myth gets mounted to the carriage on the rail, but I don't know how the rest of it goes together. But we'll figure it out and we'll get all the inserts in and we'll get her put together and we'll get start that tomorrow. By the way, wifey, is there anything going on tomorrow? Okay, then we will do that tomorrow. We will put together the sus burner tomorrow, and then we will compare it to Projects' stream of putting a sus burner together. So we'll get the workbench all cleaned up. We'll get the Ender 6 moved off of it, and we'll put all that together. What you got there? We got a sus burner, a shush burner. We got all the little bits and pieces for the shush burner, and about 4,000 other little pieces. And then we got an HGX extruder, and then we've got a hot end that I actually need to get cleaned up today. Throw it in the vise and put some hot air on it and clean it all up. But that's actually going to go on the do ender. And we'll be using the EBB 36 board on that, the new EBB 36 that we got in, the new batch from Big Tree Tech. You know, I haven't even taken this thing out of the plastic yet. So let's open it up and see what we got here. She's kind of nice. She's pretty. Look at that. Look at that. The only thing I don't have is I don't have any cable. So I'm going to have to make cable or make multiple cables for this. Yeah. We'll figure it out though. Gross. What's gross, Havoc? It's not gross. But ironically, if you guys can't see behind me, but I'm actually starting, I'm already in the process of starting to need filament again, which is hilarious. Now, here's a quick question. Where the hell does this mount on this sus board? On a sus burner? I'll have to take a look at the schematics and find out. I haven't even looked at the schematics. I downloaded the STLs and what product that I had, and I printed it. That way stronger than it said to print it. But better to be over-engineered than under-engineered and break. I do like the fact they include the heat sink and all the connectors and all that stuff. They just don't include cable. And what I was wanting was braided cable, multi-strand cable. But I can't find the stuff that I want because I want it to have the 2 power plus the be able to run CAN bus through it. So you're looking at minimum of 6 wire, but I wanted it expanded to 10 wire capacity. But I wanted two 12 gauge power wires in it, and the rest would be, I think it's either 18 or 20 gauge for everything else, for all the communications. And the cool part about some of the cable that I want is it's shielded, so nothing else can interfere. So I've never been to Big Rapids. Not once, ever. Of course, I've been out of Colorado maybe twice in the last decade, maybe 3 times. By the way, everybody, brains are awesome. I wish everybody had one. I mean, especially in this day and age. No, 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 no. You got a brain. You have a brain. I need to print some more of this as well. See, I have this for the Eddy probe, the ED probe, but I'm not going to need it. What good starter printer would I suggest? Either the Centuri Carbon from Elegoo, or the Anycubic S1 is a good one if you want multicolor, or the FlashForge ADM5 if you want single color, or the FlashForge 85X if you want 4-color multicolor. The FlashForge printers, I know, I've used them. They start at like 249, 259 bucks right now, and the 4-color multi one is like 369. At the same time, the Anycubic Cobra S1's got a bigger bed, and you can get the Cobra S1 combo for $399. So good stuff. The Elegoo is good. Yeah, it's good. What's up, Hiddle Diddle? Yeah, I mean, Dan loves his over at MakerMine. I would love to have one to test out and play with. But there's going to be a lot of things, guys, that I'm going to be having to make up content that doesn't cost me a lot because, well, the holiday season's coming around and money is extraordinarily short, and I spent too much money on this stupid building. So me purchasing new printers is probably going to be slim. Excuse me. I didn't mean for that to happen. But we're still going to be making content and having a good time and all that good stuff because you know what? We can. I have a warm place to starve in. Exactly, Clownhammer. And good air conditioning. It was 90 in here a couple hours ago until I turned the air conditioning on. And now it's a nice cool 70. I'm sorry to hear that, Tammy. I really am. But yeah, I'm glad this test stream is going well because I was really worried. You know, I was really worried that this would not work out. But I'm glad it does. And, you know, anybody wondering, it is this is a single processor Xeon with 32 gigs of RAM, a RTX 2070 video card, um, a fly that won't get off my damn leg. Yeah, there's still flies alive here, and you know, it's now working, and it's got a half a terabyte SSD in it right now. But it's also hooked up to the NAS server in the house, which has 40 terabytes of space on it. So that is now voila. But yeah, it's all buttoned up and it's working. I'm happy. And the microphone hasn't cut out today. You guys think about that. The microphone hasn't cut out. That's awesome. The dog's onto something out there. Yeah, it's not my dog. It's the neighbor's dog that keeps getting out and is out in the middle of the street, which is frustrating as hell. Take care of your animals, people. So we've shown off, we've got the new EBB 36 and EBB 42 from Big Tree Tech. I am so happy to have those. And we have all the parts here to put together the sauce burner. As a matter of fact, we have all parts here to put together basically any burner we want. And yes, did you know if 175,000 of the 500,000 of you between all my social medias just gave me $2 once a year, I would never have to work again. I wouldn't have to create content other than one time a year begging for $2. Off to make biscuits and oh my god, that sounds delicious. Wifey, can we have biscuits and gravy for dinner? I know we have biscuits in the fridge. That sounds delicious. You just acquired 2 pieces of carpeting for your balcony after winter. That's awesome. Carpeted balconies are always better. Wifey says, okay, we're having biscuits and gravy. It's easy to make. But do we have sausage? I know we've got gravy mix. I don't know if we have any more sausage. Ooh, listen to that peel. What's the purple print you have on the table? This is the casing for a new tool head for a 3D printer. All of this is. But I am going to be bringing back, that was the big news I was going to tell everybody. I am going to be bringing back the special series of streams where you guys tell me what you want to see printed, and we will print it live on stream. And that's, whether I'm here or not, it'll still be streamed live. So join the Discord, !Discord, and there's a channel in there for such content. And you can go around and, find stuff and say, I want to see this printed. And if it's cool and everybody votes upon it, we will print that on that specific stream that week. No sausage and no gravy mix. Damn. Well, the grocery store's still open. Oh, give me a second, guys. I need to take a quick break. Let's see, where is it? We'll be right back. And we're back. Brisket and gravy. That sounds even better. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for hanging around with me. I know that this is just an unscheduled little stream, and we're just having a little bit of chit chat because I got nothing planned today. I just wanted to make sure the stream worked. And there's a fly on the camera, so that's going to be interesting when he flies across. He's literally about 2 inches from the camera lens. Oh, about 2 centimeters. He's just barely out of the view. But we have a lot of things that is coming up, and hopefully, you guys will continue to join me because it's going to be some fun stuff. And I'm finally getting back on track. I'll be the first to admit it, guys. I have been very unmotivated the last few weeks. Okay, iPad on. Wonderful. Wunderbar. There has been so many setbacks after getting this building built and put together that I just became very unmotivated. I have a splinter. There we go. Got it out. I didn't even know that was there. Yeah, it can be. You're not the only one. I mean, it can be hard. Yes, absolutely. I mean, projects, you know what I'm talking about. Definitely. It's like I spent so much time and so much money putting this together. I completely just stopped thinking about other things. And this is my main focus. And I didn't even get to film it the way I wanted to. I wanted the build of it to be an entire series, and that didn't happen. And all I can do is apologize for that because it just didn't work the way I wanted it to. But there is something cool. If you guys know the camera you're seeing be on this camera right here. I don't know if this camera will be able to pick it up. Can you guys see what it says right underneath the lens there? It says 8K. And yeah, it can stream in 8K, but I don't think this computer can handle it. So that is my goal, is to get this stream setup out here capable of doing a 4K stream. You know, because it honestly, it looks sick. Everything is so crisp and clear. I mean, you know, it looks good as it is now, but it looks way better. So let's go to this right there. See, I mean, look at that. I mean, this camera is nice, and it wasn't expensive. It was under $100, I think. When you feel unmotivated, you tell yourself to put 5 minutes towards whatever it is motivation you need. 9 times out of sit down for way longer than 5 minutes. Yeah. And this time of year is always hard for me, especially this month. For those of you that don't know, my daughter, her birthday would be on the 21st of November. And we lost her January 3rd of 2022. So the weeks coming up to her birthday are always difficult for me. Alex. But so I've been working through it. It's getting a little bit better each year, but it still bites me in the ass. So yeah. In case you guys didn't know, I did file for disability. I'm in the process of filing for disability. I actually have my attorney consultation on the 6th or the 7th. I can't remember which. So I'm starting off with an attorney right off the bat, because apparently you are way higher chances of getting approved the first round if you have an attorney. We'll see what that happens, because there's no chance on God's earth that I'm going to get any better to where I can work full time again, or even part time. Appreciate that, Tammy. Appreciate it. So, but yeah, we got a lot of things to get done. Who would be actually interested in seeing a live cam of the CNC router? You had a buddy go through it. It's a hassle. My wife went through it for 3 years and finally got approved this last year. So, yeah. You need more cameras for streaming. I need more cameras for streaming. I mean, I don't have my overhead camera hooked up. I have this camera and I have this camera, and none of the well, I have 2 printers that have cameras on them. There's going to be 4 that don't have cameras. I have 1 camera for the CNC. So I need another 4 or 5 cameras. But what I'm using instead of cameras is old cell phones. So if you get old cell phones laying around, I can tell you how to utilize those on a permanent basis for that. So you'd watch the stream if it was a CNC. I mean, that would be cool. I know there's some people out there that do that, and I love doing 3D printed content, but I'm trying to make it more of, this is a maker's place. You can do anything here. I mean, in the small shed that's right over there that you guys can't see through the wall, I've got a table saw, I've got cutoff saw, I've got a crosscut saw. We got just about all the saws. I need some sanders. I got a couple sanders, but I don't have like big uh, drum sander or anything like that. And I can always bring those in here, and we can do woodworking stuff too. Um, I might be getting a tabletop. Uh, wow, my brain just completely fried on that. Lathe. You have some. I will. Yeah, definitely, man. We can get together. I can tell you how to use those. The app is free. If you do the paid version, you get better resolution. It's like $5 for the paid version or something like that, and it's unlimited cameras. So as long as they're under the same Google account for Android or same account for Apple, you use Apple stuff. So you feeling wonky? You got to go for the moment. All right. Well, thank you for being here, Tammy. Appreciate it. Make a wood sword. I mean, I could. I could. Um, the Starship build series is still going on. If you had any old phones that worked, Havoc, let me look through my stock of crap. I have a lot. I mean, I used to my former downtown brick and mortar store that I owned was a cell phone and PC repair shop. So I have tons of crap still. Thank you, Tammy. Much love to you too. But we still need to paint this building as well on the inside. You know, hold on, Star Trek. I'm interested in assumed by your Star Trek shits. So yeah, quick story. That's where I got my nickname, Captain Kearn. It was just Kearn. It was Captain Kearn, and then Admiral Kearn, Ambassador Kearn. I used to do Star Trek sim stuff, role play type shit. Way, 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 way back in the late '90s and early 2000s, and I was given the name by my friends. Um, and it was directly in relation to Worf's brother, you know, Commander Worf. His brother was Captain Kearn, Kern, the Klingon Empire. So yes, as a matter of fact, my wife actually dressed me up and did my makeup one year, and I look like a Klingon straight out of Star Trek. She did such a good job. And there was pictures of this, and they have disappeared over time, which irritates me because I would really love to find a picture of it again. But no, the Starship series, Starship build series, I'm going to be reaching out to some sponsors to see if I can get the filament sponsored for it. We're going to be printing every Starship from every series of every sci-fi show ever made, TV and movies. Your uncle could speak Klingon? I speak Klingon fluently. I have since I was 16, actually. So we're going to obviously start off with Star Trek, all the major ships, and versions of each ship, by the way. We're going to be doing the Orville. We're going to be doing uh, um, uh, Galactica, Battleship Galactica. We'll be doing Firefly, Star Wars, Lost in Space, every major production show I want to do ships for. And then we're going to hang them from the ceiling on the back side of here, and I want to put a camera on them because I'm going to do this up at the top of the ceiling behind you. Here, I'll show you guys. Let me change cameras. So that area, that stand, that shelf won't be there. It's going to be going bye-bye. But that whole back wall there is going to be a starry night sky. We're going to be putting together a fiber starlit type, um, skyline, and do some stuff like that. And I want to put the ships in it, and we'll print some planets and stuff to put in there. Things are falling everywhere. No. But yeah, I figured, I am such a sci-fi freak that this would be something that it makes really good content and it's fun to do. And then we can also sit here and so I don't have to be up on my feet all the time, and I can paint stuff right here on, talk to you guys and all that good stuff. The Galileo, oh heck yeah, absolutely. The only one I'm not sure that I can find the STL to, and if somebody can find it, please throw it in the Discord. The model file, even if it's not an STL, just the model file alone, I can convert it to an STL. It takes some time to adjust some things. But 2001: A Space Odyssey, I want the ship. I can't find it. I have a folder on my server in the house that has 742 ships in it. Consider that. We're not printing all of those. We're printing all the major ones. So yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of gray and silver, and there is somebody that I found that has a silver blue. And if you guys have watched shows like Star Trek Voyager, you know that the ship itself is not gray and it's not silver. It's got a blue hue to it. You back? Your phone died? Well, thank you. Welcome back. And a lot of ships are that way, actually. Some of them have a green hue to them. Some of them are light gray. Some of them are gunmetal gray. Some of them are Section 31 ships are almost close to pitch matte black. So I got to find colors for that. The stuff that I don't want to paint. So I'm going to be reaching out to a number of companies to see if I can't get filament sponsored for this. It's a long-term series. It's going to last a year plus, printing all of this. And then what I want to do is I want to do an auction for charity, a year from, say, the start of the series. And whatever money is raised from that, I want to give the ship away to the person, to the people with the highest, donations. And then I want to give money to a really good cause. So we may do that for next year's Stand Up for Cancer. Or we may do it for a veterans organization that I know of, that I'm very familiar with. There's a lot of different causes out there that need money to help people. So those spaceships from V are going to take up some space. Absolutely. I mean, we got nothing but space on the roof of this thing, so they're going to be hanging from the ceiling. But what would be really cool is if we could build a Voron, like a 350, and put that all-wheel drive kit on it, make it 48 volt, and use that printer as a double sponsored situation. The printer, being sponsored, if I can find somebody to do that, as well as the prints themselves, the filament being sponsored for the the series for that. I think that would be kind of sick. Kila, ¿cómo está? How are you? Welcome to the chat, Mrs. Lee Marie 3D. But yeah, so I mean, lots of things going on, and let's just give you. I mean, I have a content planner, and I have content planned out for 18 months. I just got to line everything up to do it. So you're good. That's good. That's good. Guten Tag. Keela, did Jason give you any crap for me winning too much stuff from LDO recently? Oh, that's funny. How many languages do I know? Let's see. I'm fluent in bad English, um, redneck English, Southern English. I know a little bit of Espanol, and I'm fluent in Klingon. Jason's too nice to do that. No, he'll just grumble in the background. I love Jason. Jason's awesome. No, but I went on Killa's stream, Killa Prince stream the other day, and Jason had to send me a roll of filament too. So at least I'm not petty, Ruxpin. Winning on everything. But yeah, so lots of things planned. I have got to get this bench cleaned up this afternoon or tomorrow. If we're going to be putting this sus burner together, and I need to find a new board to put on the dew ender since I stole the Manta 5 for the Ender 6. So it's two different things. Yeah. Yeah, yep, yep. It's funny. Funny stuff. Oh, and I still have to finish printing off the time lapse setup for the printers that I can move around. Um, how am I liking the new shop? I love it. It's still a work in progress. It's still needs a lot to get done, but I'm happy that I've got the majority of this stuff out of the house. There's still more to come out here though, so that I can redo the other studio for the gaming and just the just chatting streams that I don't want to be out here for. The cool part is let me go back to this scene here. And I still have to get, a stream deck or my touch portal set up out here because I don't have that out here yet. But you guys, I don't know, you're seeing my little green chair there that I've had for decades. Those, like I said, that shelving won't be over there much longer. It's going to get moved, but there'll be a table over there, so I can do just chatting, just sitting in the chair, just turn the camera around and just talk with you guys because there'll be an arm, a monitor on an arm that I could read chat through. Oh, it's absolutely a comfy chair. It's all beat up, but I love it. Wifey says that she wants to make a quilt for it. I'm like, go for it. Or a blanket, not a quilt, but a crocheted blanket. So she's working on one for our bed now, and it's doing good. She does a good job. So wait. Heidi, it's Lee Marie 3D without the misses on front. Yeah, Jason is with LDO. But oh, and one of the projects, you guys see my completely disorganized toolbox over there. Um, I haven't decided yet. Should I gridfinity the dang thing or one of the other new bin projects that's out there? Maybe I should put that up as a poll in the Discord. Yeah, my mom makes quilts. My wife does crochet. So, but my mother makes quilts that cost like 3 grand. She takes them to trade shows in Salt Lake and stuff like that a couple times a year. It's not something you actually put on a bed. You just keep it in the plastic wrap. Pull it out once a year and look at it and put it back in the plastic wrap. Yeah, you guys going on tonight? Huh? Are you doing it? Are you going on tonight? I know you guys are changing your schedule up. I haven't kept up on what that schedule is. All right. Me camera going off. Out. I'm going to get up and move around a bit. You were going to do the Alex Chappell system. I was looking at that too, but I still have the Girari drawers, but the Girari drawers can't replace my toolbox, and nor would I want it to. So I'm actually going to be walking around outside a little bit. You guys yell at me if it gets broken up. I mean, I can't believe this. It is November and it is 80 degrees here in Northeast Colorado. The leaves aren't even turning yet. They're still green. Neighbors' lawns are all green. What is with it? I don't understand this. Oh, wait, I live in Colorado. Nothing makes sense. I need to get a portable camera set up for out here because I have an idea for, especially for spring and fall and late summer night fireside sessions because I want to put a fire pit out here and do some barbecuing. I moved the barbecue over towards the building. I'll post a picture once I get things cleaned up a little bit more. And I want to build like a little outdoor kitchen right next to the workshop. There we go. Your leaves have changed, and then it got hot. Ours haven't. It's been funky weird. I wonder, do I even have that app on this phone to add it as a remote source? No, I don't. Sag. I'll have to set it up on a phone so I can actually have a portable camera. Somebody has a crochet channel? What? Yeah, it's hot outside right now. I mean, I got air conditioning going on in this shop. It's comfortable now, but earlier it was 82 degrees. But it's getting down to like 20, 25 at night, which is just nuts. By the way, if anybody cares, Dick Cheney died. Has nothing to do with content creation or 3D printing. Just if anybody cares. You know, when we end the stream, I should actually raid T Pain's channel. He just went live. Ouch. Yeah, hi. That's the. If anybody's wondering, that's the gift registry list. It's active as well. It's not the workshop list. It's my normal list. And yeah, keep posting that too. That's fine. But yeah, yep. You got both lists. Look at you. See, I have another set of gears here, and I don't know what they're for. I don't think these are HGX. No, that's way too big to be HGX. These are, if they are, this HGX big. I don't know what those are. See, everybody loves driving through Colorado. Nobody should stay. Colorado is one of those states that you either love it or you hate it. And I'm on the verge of starting to hate it, but I like where I live. So I just don't like the state itself anymore. Nope, we're full. Keep going. Exactly. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many of my friends are pissed off that CPW is gave a bunch of refunds out because hunting on you can't hunt on federal land right now because of the shutdown because there's no rangers. So you know anybody's a hunter in Colorado kind of got screwed over unless you got private land. Thankfully, I got a bunch of my friends that do have private land, but I can't hunt anymore. So because I can't walk that far. Yeah, it won't fit in that one either. Hmm. That makes me wonder. I mean, yeah, these gears are mucho smaller. Projects, is this the single gear HGX setup? It looks like it is, isn't it? It's not the dual. I'll have to look at the specs on it. I haven't looked, so I'll have to go. You know, Dick Cheney died. Jesus, clown hammer. But that's just another reason why the federal government shouldn't own any land inside of a state. We should have local CPW controlling all of the forests and huntable areas instead of federal officers. Because then people could actually hunt. Because we're out here where I live, people depend on that for meat for the next year. Morgan Mills or Denver? Where is Morgan Mills? I have never heard of Morgan Mills. I don't know, Spawn Trooper. You want to make a complaint? Talk to the Australian government. Where the hell is Morgan Mills? Mr. Canadian. How you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some heat treatment on this and get this puppy cleaned up and put a new thermistor on it. Find some grub screws. They took the grub screws out of this thing. Look at this. There's no come on, focus. Focus. There's no grub screws. Can't even see them. Oh, Morgan Mills is in Texas. Well, that's not Denver. Clownhammer's looking as well. I'm like, I don't know where the Morgan. I mean, I know where Fort Morgan, Colorado is because I'm from there. That's my hometown, but I've never heard of Morgan Mills, Colorado. Exactly, Clownhammer. Exactly. Tell you what, if you're from Colorado, you guys know that South Park is based off of Colorado. I've been to that town. It's nothing special. You may be thinking of Fort Morgan, probably. Fort Morgan is on I-76 headed towards Denver from where you're at. So Keela, I actually have found that I know two other non 3D printing streamers that live very close to you and Jeremy. I thought it was hilarious when I actually did a little bit of looking. It surprises me how many YouTubers are actually in Indiana. Be right back. Need coffee? I'm drinking water, man. My coffee's in the house. I'm having a blast for just bullshitting stream. Well, I've known of both of these individuals, and I've known they were in Indiana for a couple of years now. I just didn't know exactly where. And watching one stream, she mentioned the town she's from. I'm like, hey, I know other people from there. Well, yeah, Heidi. Definitely Fort Morgan. Cool. Then he asked, nice, nice. She's from Indiana. Yeah, Mo's in Indiana, and very, very close to where Mrs. Lee Marie 3D and her hubby live. There's a couple others that I know of too that are within an hour, including my buddy Ryan Plummer, who owns Salt Critters. If you guys are familiar with that, he also does 3D printing. I-76 out west. Everybody takes it. Nobody wants to stay on it because it's the worst road in the United States, besides Philadelphia. Yes, definitely go check out Mo in the Deep End. Mo is awesome, and she's a good friend. Um, I have a lot of good friends that I've made over on YouTube that are not 3D printing related, and I love all of them. So, yeah, Zach is from Indy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. By the way, if anybody doesn't know this, Alan Mandic is selling printers on Facebook Marketplace. The flea market's the only thing on 76. I wouldn't even go to the flea market. The Mile High Flea Market is dangerous these days. No, the only good thing on 76 is Mile High Speed is I-76 Speedway. That's the racetrack I grew up on. Yeah, I saw an overhead view of Denver the other day, and I'm like, I haven't actually been in Denver forever, and it looks completely different from when I last time I was there, which is just 10 years ago. It's the friggin' captain, Mr. Wolf J. What's happening, my guy? Well, thank you for becoming a member, Wolf. What's happening, brother? Yeah, I actually found. I've been following Mandic on his Facebook profile for a while now, and he has a couple. He had there was at least one post, maybe a couple of them, but I know he had a V0 up for sale. It was like $380, 320, something like that. Not bad price. It's only a buck. Wanted to do something. We'll appreciate you. Wait, it's Quentin come in here? I didn't see Heather come in. It's really weird to call her by her first name anymore. I've known her first name forever. I've never called her by it. I always call her Squid, even when we talk. Yes, please like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, because we're going to be doing a lot of fun 3D printing content very shortly and a lot of good maker content. As well as I still have a Lego set that I got to put together that I didn't do for Stand Up for Cancer because I got ill. This next year, Stand Up for Cancer, we're going to be doing much better for that if I get invited back. What the heck? Hey, whoa, what is? We have a TEMU alert. TEMU alert. I don't care about the discount. I want to see what the sale was. They had something about 3D printing filament. They've actually had some really good deals recently. You're just promoting? Oh, okay. Well, definitely go follow Heidi because she's awesome. I mean, not Heidi, but Heather. God, man. Brain no function. No, I don't want to do the raffle. I just want to see the stuff. I want to see the stuff. Close out. 95A TPU. 1 kilogram spool. No, 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 no. It's a switcheroo. It's a 250 gram spool for $12.85. No. I'm gonna start throwing things at you. Nebraska is definitely a boring drive. That is for dang sure. But they have the nicest roads other than Kansas. Kansas has the nicest highways on earth. That is for sure. Ow. Speaking of which, I'm going to turn the Chitu Systems filament dryer back on. It's drying the TPU for the shoes. Car hinge is cool. I've been there. Car hinge is much cooler than the Cadillac line. Yes, I does, Spawn Trooper. I does. Yes, West 3D has TPU at an awesome price. I need to get a West 3D affiliate code. I wonder how how I can accomplish that. Huh? Huh, Mrs. Lee Marie 3D? How can I accomplish that? I want to get affiliate codes for everybody because all of these companies are so generous to us creators and makers and crafters, and they deserve, everybody deserves it. I mean, there's, LDO is always being pimped out because, I've only been sponsored by LDO once, but they will continue to be pimped out on my channel because Jason has done he always does nice things for everybody. And then Central 3D Printing has some awesome, for inexpensive ABS plus filament, you guys should try it out. Central3dprinting.com. It's awesome. You haven't been to the Cadillac thing? You should. It's awesome. But yes, Spawn Trooper, I do in fact have that. Your old man. God. Do I gotta shave the beard off so I can look younger again? Dang. Keep getting called old, people. That's just harsh. That's a good question, Spawn. I don't know. We'll make time though. It's been more than 30 years since I have been across the Mississippi line. Oh, Jeremy's old. I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, everybody's calling me old these days. Y'all are freaking mean. But yeah, so like on the filament side of things, guys, let me go back here. If you can see, um, it looks like there's a lot of filament up there. Most of those rolls have less than 100 grams left. There's quite a few on the bottom that actually are full, but the ones on the top are almost just gone. I need to get, oh wow, I didn't realize that my skin color one is completely gone. So I'm gonna have to get some skin tone because there's a project that I want to do. Yeah, Nebraska's always a no bueno. Okay, StreamLabs, that's awesome. Double post everything. Filament, Spawn Trooper, filament. Don't shave, just trim. I do trim. Girl code, Lance. See, that's why I can't speak it. It's girl code. I don't know what the hell y'all saying. My wife was talking about something the other day. I'm like, what? Just what the hell are you talking about? What the heck is this piece for? So this is tomorrow's project, everybody. The sus burner. Does the sus burner qualify as an ant head? It is tiny enough. I think it should. But I'm going to need to order a fan for the top. for part cooling. Yeah. Yep. Sus burner. Yes. SUS burner. Havoc. Gross. Oh, Havoc. Everything's gross today. What's going on, buddy? Yeah. See, I'm going to tell you all right now. This is no insult to women whatsoever, but whenever y'all get together in groups of more than one, I consider everything that you talk about a conspiracy at this point in time. Because usually it's conspiracy to commit harm on a dude of some sort, whether somebody's boyfriend, somebody's husband. It's all a conspiracy. Sauce burner. Yeah, and projects. I have Maker My Nexus is Dapper Duck STL. I found it. So if you want it, I'll send it to you. No, I have not seen that one yet. And I heard about it and I want to check it out. So I'll have to go back and watch the replay. Jesus, Clown Hammer. You are just, I mean, even mentioning bobbiting, that brings back bad memory. Every man in the entire world cringed when we heard about that. Yeah, you always talk smack. See, I figured if y'all got together and especially if you're talking with my wife, um, I probably wouldn't exist the next day. Yeah, you doubled over when you typed. You shouldn't type stuff, man. You should not type stuff. Don't bring back bad memories, man. Although, wasn't there, what was it, an Italian or a French girl that did the exact same thing just a couple months back? But that dude completely deserved it, guaranteed. Dang, y'all. So I'm gonna have to sort out all these parts and figure out which ones I'm gonna have to reprint because I can see errors on some of these. But I think I could have swore I had a 3010 blower fan somewhere. I have to see if I can find it. If not, we'll order one because they're cheap. Yep, exactly. You nailed it there, projects. Nailed it. Speaking of that, that's a lyric out of a song, by the way, y'all. Um, Anybody know that Alan Jackson's no longer going to tour after this? His farewell tours this year, and it's no more. He's going to be no more. I'm sad. Oh hell, my wife would never get on camera. She hates cameras. She absolutely hates cameras. I told her I could get her hooked up with a bunch of people that do that sort of stuff, and she goes, nah. There's actually a bunch of OG country artists that are quitting this year. Funny but sad. We have a bunch of rock artists that are dying this year. Why would you need to hear anything new from Alan? Alan Jackson, I mean, he's made every song that's perfect. You don't need any new things. I'm just saying. Yeah, we're gonna have to get that programmed. So the frostytools.com thing, guys, is actually I saw that Pezlas was using that, and I get a kick out of watching it. It's an AI. It's an AI bot. It's actually quite funny. I mean, she could. You could, Keela. She could. But this is going to be our time lapse camera, a little 4K EK 7000 right here. Yeah. I've got to print a trigger that's done by USB for it. I've got the button and everything already wired. I just got to print the holder for it. Just like a GoPro. You mean Wilson? Wilson. It is November and there's still flies. This is just bad. That means I'm going to have flies in December. They drive me stupid. And because I haven't completely sealed this building up, there's no way to keep them out. Welcome back. Welcome back to the song I can't remember the words from. Welcome back. So I am like completely out of conversation topic. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Oh, wait. Could you use a 4010 fan for that? That's a 5010. There are possibilities. NES guy, go hit up my my other social medias. There's far more than 175K. There's there's over 100K on Twitch. There's 60K on TikTok. I think another 50 or 60 on Instagram. There's almost a 500,000 between all of my social medias. Yeah. You think of Dennis the Menace when you hear Wilson? Yeah, actually, that makes sense. Usually, when I hear Wilson, I actually, yeah, yeah, you get it. It's just some play on fun. But no, when I hear Wilson, I actually think of Tom Hanks. No, Wilson. Oh wait, I should 3D print Wilson. Try hard much? No. Those are all sympathy follows. I'm the first to admit to it. I mean, when that TikTok came out, that's what made me famous on the internet. And it's, I'll be honest, it was fun for a little while, but it's completely messed with the metrics and analytics. And I actually need to build an audience that can actually match those numbers on each of those platforms, through live streams and static content, because it messes with metrics and analytics. And you don't get recommended as much if you're not performing at that level. Castaway is a good movie, yes. Exactly. Yeah, see, Heidi odds, Welcome Back, Cotter, one of my favorite TV shows. Oh, that's hella annoying. It is. And I love everybody for the likes and follows, over that whole ordeal of that It started off as a TikTok and then an Instagram reel, went viral. And so far, um, I've done an accounting of just the 3 original posts, and it's got 15 million views between all 3. So it went completely viral. And it wasn't me that did it. It was a guy named Kaiden Penguin that runs an organization, and it's a very good organization, but they use those as marketing and opportunities. Excuse me. So I'm not salty about it or anything. It's just when somebody hits that like button and they never come back, that's actually a negative towards you, not a positive. Because without interaction, it becomes a 0 number. So you could have 100,000 people following you, but it doesn't do you any good unless they actually interact. But the analytics look at it and say, well, okay, this person's, in this tier, not this tier. So we should be recommending them, but their analytics show that they're actually down here. So they don't get recommended. It's a double-edged sword. It honestly is. You honestly thought they confused it? It's cool, NES guy. It's cool, no problem. I mean, it's funny though, because a lot of people will confuse that. I actually put that in there as on the bot. So, but the math works out. 175,000. If you give me $2 a year, I'll never work for the rest of my life. Just for a couple of years. Like one of those Jerry's Kids telethons. For just $2 a month, you can help a starving 3D printer. You can help a starving maker on YouTube. Just $2 a month. Poor 3D printer is abused and neglected. Yeah. You can't feed it. You can't do anything. Well, I mean, there is that NES guy, Yeah, all of these printers are definitely kind of overworked at this point. I mean, the Flash Forge has probably, I don't know, let's go see. How many hours this thing got on it? Info. Machine info. Huh, I can't find it. There used to be a place where you could see that, and I can't see it anymore. It shows you how many hours. But I've also changed the firmware out a couple of times now too. So be back soon, dogs. Cool. Yeah, like 1,000 members, and you wouldn't need to work. Exactly. If you had 1,000 members paying you $2 a month, that's a pretty decent monthly income. And then you add in the ad revenue on top of that, you're working pretty good. Lito097, hola, ¿cómo está? You just noticed, I told you I had every color under the sun. Hold on. And this isn't even all of them. Wait. I got to move this thing anyway, so let me pick some stuff up here. I'm not sure how that's going to stay there. You get down. And you go over here. And you go over here. And we can move the under 6. All right. Oh, Lord. Oh. You stop that too. Oh, ow. That's the other thing. I need an assistant to carry stuff. Jesus. That hurt. Yeah, I was going to say, I think my Flash Forge has close to 1,500, 1,700 hours on it, something like that. So, yeah, there we go. Now you can see the other side of the workshop. And this isn't even all of the filament. These are all, most of these are good enough for the, what you want me to do, because there's a lot of varying different colors and silks and all that good stuff. And then I've got about 20 rolls up on top on the shelf over there. And there's a couple laying around. There's four other different colors there. That's all ABS in the Anycubic right now. What's up, living life? What's going on? How you doing? Yes, with the ships, yes, there will be. With them battling, that would be kind of cool. I'd have to figure out how to do that. I wonder why the chat isn't staying on the screen on this scene. This is interesting. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Always show messages. Close. There we are. Instead of them fading away, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do in this back wall that I was talking about earlier. Is it's going to have a starry sky up on the ceiling and just above, about 2 feet below. That way, it looks like a space battle. Ugh. Look, Mom, I'm on TV. It was kind of funny when I told my mother that I was on television. And she goes, "No, you're not." And I said, "Sure, I am. You have a smart TV. Go to the YouTube channel, type Captain Kearn in." And then just like that, I was on TV. Stressing about Snap. Yeah, that's a topic that I'm kind of mixed about, and I just don't want to even talk about, on this channel. I might do it on somebody else's stream, but not this one. I have some interesting thoughts about all that. So yeah, we're gonna have to finish putting back the micro Swiss NG as well, so that we can actually get the Ender 6 up and running. Well, I mean, there's just so much that I don't even want to get into it right now. I mean, even though this is just a chill and chat stream, there's so many things that are going on. That there's the fan that I was looking for right there. I wonder if that. Nope, it's still too big. I'd have to cut the ears off, but it's the fan I'm looking for. I knew I had one. Not the ears. It's funny thing about about YouTube is family members don't tend to generally like watching it. Yeah, I'd have to cut the ears off of this altogether to make it fit. I'll have to figure out which fan it actually recommends because I don't really don't want to cut things up. But I actually was on television back in '99. I was in a TV commercial for the company I was working for. I played a cowboy, and it was quite funny because I was actually dressed up like a cowboy, old school cowboy. Chaps, jeans, you know, uh, flannel. I think it was a flannel or a denim shirt. I can't remember what it was. Proper hat. And one of our other employees shows up in pink pants, white shirt. I'm like, oh dear God, he came from the Ronald Reagan era. If you guys remember the Reagan, oh Jesus Christ, some of the westerns they made back then, they were horrible. Time to find this commercial. If you can find it, send me a copy. It was KKCO, NBC 11 in Grand Junction, Colorado that aired it. Spaghetti westerns were amazing. Yeah, they're amazing and they're fun to watch, but no cowboy would ever wear pink. I just gave you the company name, KKCO 11 NBC Grand Junction. The company name was Western Frontier Internet, hence the cowboy commercial. Jesus living. And I'm almost afraid to call people that I know out from their first names because I don't know if you guys want to be called by your first names. Little Nas wore pink. Little Nas is not a cowboy. For years, I've been trying to get my mother to actually send me. Might as well clean this while I'm talking. I've been trying to get my mother to send me pictures of me growing up. Because I grew up on a farm in a ranch, and I worked feedlot for the majority of my youth up until I was about 16, 17 years old. And we used to go on old school cattle drives and everything. I've talked about that before. And it was the most amazing time growing up because I got to experience what it was, back in the 1800s, because we actually did wagon trains and all that on the ranch that my stepdad and I worked for. And we drove cattle from Fort Morgan up to Wyoming twice a year, up and back. What is in this box? I have no idea. He took his horse to the Old Town Road. Yeah, kind of. Now, one of my favorite stories I tell people is the ranch that we worked on was called the McCartney Ranch. And there were U.S. military missile silos all over. They're all over Northeast Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas. And what the heck is on my bench? I'm gonna have to bring out a magic sponge to get some of this crap off. But so First time I was out there, my stepdad decided to screw with me, and he got us real close to one of the missile silos. All of a sudden, 4 dudes in big old military vehicle. It wasn't a Humvee. It was some sort of, I think it was a Bronco or a Suburban or something. They come rolling up, scare the hell out of the horses. M16s pop out. My stepdad had arranged all of this ahead of time because he knew the guys, right? They were constantly there at the missile silo, so they knew who worked the ranch as well. And I'm like 12 years old at the time. And I got an M16 pointed at me, and this guy's telling me, get off my horse, get on the ground, because I'm carrying a weapon. Because when you were out in the field like that, you carried a weapon, right? My stepdad did all of this with a straight face. He's a former police officer. So I get down and, they start yelling at me, barking orders at me, all that good stuff. And then one of them couldn't do it any longer. He starts busting out laughing. And from that day on, every time I was out there, they'd bring out fresh coffee if we didn't have any in our thermos. Because that's what they did with my stepdad. They were friends, and it was a prank, but it was also a warning, that when you're out in the fields like that, understand that you may get stopped, because ranchers don't own all the land up there. There are small sections, that are less than a quarter of a mile square that are owned by the U.S. military. And a lot of them. I actually wanted to buy that silo because they decommissioned it about 10 years ago, and I saw it up on the internet for sale. The one that those guys were actually in. And sadly, it went for way more money than I was expecting, because most of those old Atlas missile silos back in the day were going for $20,000, $30,000 for the whole lot. This one they wanted $250,000 for. So, well, see, I know what your name is, but that's why but I've never called you, because I didn't know if you wanted, if that was appropriate for you. I know the first names of a lot of YouTubers, but a lot of them don't want their actual names being, broadcast, I guess you could say. Holy but Jesus, we got a lot of stuff to do here. Yeah, we could. The year was, I believe it was 99 when we did the commercial. Well, this thing's, yeah. There we go. So we're going to have to figure out how to make all of these into what we want for the tool head. Okay. That was an afterburner piece. You'll get a new thermistor. These fans won't work, so that's not something we want to put on there. Hey, guess what? YouTube just decided to try to charge my account for another YouTube membership. Why does it do that? When you don't have enough money in your PayPal account? Because my PayPal account's broke at the moment. And it goes, well, we're going to continue charging you every single damn day. Every single day for the entire month, so they can get their $2 for that membership. Even though you go in and you go, well, I don't really need the membership. Oh, look, there's more afterburner parts. That's another surprise. We're building an afterburner after the sus burner. It was going to be the afterburner, but since the sus burner's here, we're going to do the sus burner first. See, here's another. Wait, where did this fan come from? I don't know. We'll figure that out. That one's already in pieces. So we're going to need that. Welcome, senor. Appreciate you being here. Okay, what was the name? Rail Flow. That's a cool name. I like it. Welcome to the captain's crew. So we're just organizing some stuff right now. This goes on the Ender 6. Just sitting here chatting and organizing because, you know, we do what we got to do. I need to print something for my zip ties. I got thousands of zip ties. Why is there just random chunks of filament on the bench? Then I need to also get back to printing more Gerari drawers because we don't have near enough of them. That's why I haven't brought out quite a bit from the other studio. It's because I have no place to put it. That's a Creality 4. See, like this. I don't know where to put this. I don't have a place for these yet. What was that? You met somebody at 3D Printopia that was on The Walking Dead. Now, see, that's cool. Is the request to print stream going to be members only? No. No, as a matter of fact, I don't know. There will be some content on members only, but I'm debating on whether I'm going to keep the whole members thing on the YouTube side of stuff. There's a lot of contention right now with members only because it has its place, but it also has a lot of negatives against it. So I'm not sure where I'm going to be going with that. Oh, this one came off of, yeah, the Afterburner. No, the Voron. Yeah. That one came off the Voron, man. Here, we'll put that in there. We'll put that in there. Put those in there on top of that because I don't have any place to put it yet. Close that up. Okay, you request the guy from Atari Pitfall jumping over the gators. NES guy, join the Discord and do me a favor. Join the Discord, ! Discord, and put that in the request. There's a request channel there, or a print ideas channel, something of that sort. Here, let me look. I don't even have Discord up on this computer. What the hell am I doing? Let's see here. Yeah, keep them on. Let me go look here. It's under print maker project ideas. Yeah, project ideas channel. That's what it is. Oh, Lord, that hurts. What, Jay, you don't have to, don't worry about it, bro. Yours is a different type of request. I'm doing something special for Jay, guys. So, and it's up to him if he wants to tell everybody or not. But it's to encourage him to do something that he's working on, and I'm very proud of him for it. So, Jay has been a longtime friend of mine. Do 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 do. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. Yeah, there we go. Heidi's got it. She got it nailed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, Rodrigo Garcia, thank you for the sub 3 minutes ago over on the YouTubes, my friend. I appreciate you. I mean, what you're doing, man, is harder than even what I'm trying to do, quit smoking. So I applaud you and wish you all the success in that, because I've seen you at your lows. So, and I don't want you to be there anymore. You're not paying me shit, by the way. I'm doing that gratis for free, brother. When do I say something and I don't mean it? No, I can't stop you from doing donations, no, but I'm not asking for money, so that's on you, brother boy. That is definitely on you. Man, I got so much. I need to print out a one of the um, nut and bolt sorters. Actually, I need to print out a couple of them. The automated one I want badly. Oh crap! I forgot. There's still supports in here. I love tree supports with ABS filament because they come off so easily. It's like the best filament for support material. I love that. And it doesn't leave hardly any scarring, especially with my print profiles. And it doesn't matter what printer I print them on. That's the fun part. Ah! Ah. Jay, you're like 2 hours from me, brother. Don't make me come up there and whoop your ass. You got this, man. You don't need an ass whooping. I wonder if there's anything else I can do. Well, I can reprogram and flash the was it the Gauss firmware for Klipper onto these Creality screens, but I'm not sure I want to. It's quite funny that there are so many people that that are close to me that I've known for years, yet I have never met them in person because none of us actually drive very much. Okay, so what we need for tomorrow is we're going to need that cable. We might need some of that. Connectors, bits and bobs and pieces, including the cutter. And oh yeah, I got to print another LED mount, even though I don't have any pixel LEDs right now. And we are going to need not the 42, we're going to need the 36 as well as a pi. which these aren't actually pies. These are kick pies. They're 24 bucks. So thank you for joining the Discord, my friend. I'll tell you this, Jay, which something that really depressed the hell out of me. A number of years ago, I had a good friend of mine that hit rock bottom and never came back up. Don't do that to all of us. Don't do that to yourself. And when I mean hit rock bottom, I literally mean it. 6 feet under. You mean more to the world than you think. That's what I tell people. Seldom do they believe it, but it's true. You leave a mark, and if you do something stupid and you do it the wrong way, and you leave a negative legacy. And that's the last thing anybody wants, is to be remembered badly. And the same thing I tell a lot of people that I know, especially my veteran buddies. You hit permanent rock bottom. You have disappointed the entire world, but more important, you've disappointed yourself. Because you're the one that matters the most. Your worth is there. It should be NES guy. It should be in the channel print ideas or project ideas. Exactly. You're the one that has to, deal with it. So it's you, brother. You got it. But anybody, everybody, sorry. No, God, that hurts. We're coming up on the 3-hour mark, which is the longest stream I have done in a long time. And I do appreciate everybody, but I do need to go in and get some food. I'm starving. So we're going to go ahead and stop dying. I'm not dying. I just took a hit the wrong way. By the way, this is 0. It's not even 3%. I remembered I put 0. It's cotton candy flavored. I just do it for the tactile thing and the flavor. Yeah, I need some food and all that good stuff. Jay, I haven't quit completely. Sadly, but I'm trying. Same thing as you. I'm trying. But that said, everybody, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. Make sure you do that like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you got that Twitch Prime sub over on Twitch, throw it at me. Helps the channel and all that good stuff. It doesn't cost you a dime. So that said, guys, I'm going to go get something to eat and go watch something. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Yes, you